Warning: engineering content. Few minutes of engineering. Natural supplementary cementitious materials. Natural pozzolanic materials can be classified into two groups: volcanic and sedimentary materials. Natural pozzolans of volcanic origin are formed of rocks from volcanic ash, which are mostly pyroclastic, containing mainly silica and alumina, and a small amount of alkalis and iron. These volcanic materials may alter their physical, chemical, morphological, and mineral composition due to weathering and geological transformation. Thereby, volcanic materials can be further classified into unaltered and altered pyroclastic materials. The unaltered pyroclastic materials are vitreous pumices, vitreous ashes, scoria, and tuffs. The alteration of pyroclastic materials occurs due to weathering and geological conditions, in which their composition is altered into crystalline zeolites, such as zeolitis tuffs. Vitreous pumice is a highly porous, lightweight, and light-colored vitreous rock which may or may not contain crystals. It is formed when superheated and pressurized rocks are discharged during a volcanic eruption, and then naturally exposed to rapid cooling and depressurization, which in turn create bubbles. This process gives the distinctive foamy appearance of pumice. It has a porosity mostly more than 65%, and can float on water. Its typical chemical composition is as follows: silicon dioxide content about 55%, aluminum oxide content about 22%, ferric oxide content about 3%, calcium oxide content about 2%, magnesium oxide content about 1%, sodium and potassium oxide content about 12%, and titanium oxide content about 0.2% by weight, in addition to other oxides. Scoria. It is a lightweight and vesicular igneous rock just like pumice, however it is darker in color, denser, and has a different chemical composition. It is created from basaltic magmas, and contains mineral crystals. The typical chemical composition of scoria is as follows: silicon dioxide content about 55%, aluminum oxide content about 17%, ferric oxide content about 10.5%, calcium oxide content about 6.5%, magnesium oxide content about 2%, sodium and potassium oxide content about 4%, titanium oxide content about 2.5% by weight, in addition to other oxides. Tuff. It is a rock formed when the materials blasted during a volcanic eruption fall back to Earth and become consolidated or compacted into a rock. Thereby, a broad range of materials are called tuffs. Although these materials are similarly formed, they have different chemical compositions. The main types of tuffs are welded, rhyolitic, trachyte, andesitic, basaltic, and ultramafic tuffs. Zeolitis tuffs are altered pyroclastic volcanic rocks of natural origin. This alteration occurs naturally due to weathering and geological conditions, where crystalline zeolites are formed. Natural pozzolans of sedimentary origin are formed either by weathering and erosion of rocks or by accumulation of microorganisms or chemical compounds caused by hydrothermal water circulation, or both. Thereby, sedimentary natural materials can be classified into detrital, chemical, or mixed origin sediments. Detrital sediments, such as naturally burned clays, have a low pozzolanic activity despite their high silicate content. However, grinding such sediments to ultra-fine particles and applying thermal treatment can trigger their pozzolanic activity. Chemical sediments, also known as biochemical sediments, are diatoms that mainly contain opaline, clay, hydrogen, and carbon. Diatomaceous earth, a biochemical sedimentary pozzolan, is considered to owe a pozzolanic activity, however it is rarely found in a pure form. Such sediments usually contain undesired clays, thereby requiring calcination in order to increase the pozzolanic activity.